thanks for coming back to the channel. Where to today? We're going to go to Lancelin. We're currently in Mullaloo, a suburb of Perth, and we're going to head north up the coast to Lancelin, which was reported in the mainstream media news a night or two ago that they've got some coastal erosion, which may even be subject to climate change. So today we're going to go to Lancelin and look at their coastal erosion and see whether it's going to disappear into the ocean because of climate change. Coming off the right, thanks. Good afternoon. Thanks for coming back to the channel. Where to today? Today we're going to go to Lancelin. Poor little seaside town being washed away because of climate change apparently. Appropriately, we're sitting up at Two Rocks, Yanchep at the moment on the coast. Luckily there's quite a drop down to the coast or the sea level, so we should be safe for another week or two here. But we'll get up to Lancelin and I'll show what it's all about. Just stopped by for a bit of a cup of tea, not a cup of tea, milkshake, something to eat, and we'll be back on the road soon. All the best. Bye. I just want to show you an appropriate sign. It means a lot to me. For the sake of it, here we are. Alright, let's continue the journey, as they say. It's not the end, it's the journey. Alright, we'll depart to Yanchep, head north on the bike, up to Lancelin, see what we can find. Heading north, but prior to going to the Lancelin town site and the coast to see this erosion, I'll just to show you they've got the big sand dunes at Lancelin, which attract quite a few tourists, both for the like I say sandboarding down the edge and four drives and sand bikes, etc, etc. So we'll just have a little look-see at the sand dunes of Lancelin, and then we'll pop over to the coast and see what damage is being done by this erosion. it to Lancelin into our trip. There's a bit of erosion just on the edges of grass, so we can't quite see the erosion side. It's obviously dropped down. I'll get a drone footage to be able to see what's going on behind me here on this coastline. But not a little seaside town, island across the road. Obviously crayfish. It's its main source in its initial day. Now turned into a holiday home site. People up from Perth. Yeah, very pleasant. Alright, let's put the drone up so we can see. So as the drone swings around and gives you a little bit of an overview of the Lancelin town site, I'm told the erosion has occurred out the front of the Lancelin Sands Hotel. So we'll have a look at that. It's damaged the grass area out the front. You can see that's eroded away for the sand dune, and also quite a large concrete footpath that ran in the front of that between the grass and the water's edge. So about 6 or 10 metres of erosion has occurred apparently, and we can see that from this bit of footage here. The concrete footpaths on each edge of that grass is completely gone, and so has some of the grass, and even that's dropped down onto the beachfront. Alright, I'll leave you to it, have a look, enjoy the view. thanks for travelling with me to Lancelin. I'm not quite sure whether that erosion has been caused, as reported on mainstream media outlets, because of climate change. No, I'm no expert, but maybe more wind and wave action chipping into the sand dunes. Certainly there's been some erosion, damage to the grass and the footpath, but yeah. Bit of an oversight from the drone of the Lancelin town site and the sand hills in the background. If you've enjoyed the trip, love a comment or a like would be appreciated. And if not already done, would really appreciate you subscribe to the channel, help me grow. Continue on with some more videos like this. Thanks for travelling with me, all the very best, and hopefully we'll see you on the next adventure. Bye.